Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of the Age of Decadence. This is Karina RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today, because we are at the end of the defense of this pass in the whatever we are, the mountains, against the Horde army. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm still bleeding, and I can't really move away from where I am. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stay here and hope that nobody else appears. And indeed, nobody else appears. You see the Ordu getting ready to attack. The catapult is silent. Gotta give them one thing. They are persistent, says Bass, appearing next to you. I hope they would have run by now. Come, Tertius, don't tell me you wanted to live forever. Suddenly the Ordu stop dead in their tracks. They stand there for a moment, then turn around and run. You turn your head and see rows of Imperial guards standing still at the other entrance of the pass. Good show, says the commander. Were you standing there all along? Commander Carbo, says Bass, saluting. I wasn't sure you were going to come. And miss all the excitement? We are the Imperial Guards, Bass. We don't leave our own. I've got to give it to you, Bass. You held your hand well. You must, and this must be Tertius. Hell of a fight, son. Get ready to travel. Dux Gaius Aetius Paulos comes to meet you. Oh, is that the leader? I think it's the leader of the Imperial Guards. Who is he? Didn't I say? Dux? Commander-in-Chief, if you're rusty on the ranks. Yeah, I'm kind of rusty on the ranks. Yeah, let's talk to Bass before leaving. That was fun, says Bass. We should do it again sometime. What can you tell me about Paulos? Paulos rules the Imperial Guards with an iron fist. He isn't big on second opinions and such. He knows what's best for the guards and everyone else. So you either fall in line and stand behind him and 110%, or you end up guarding a pass in the middle of fucking nowhere, if you're lucky. And if you're not, well, then you are given to a shitty squad of people nobody likes and sent patrolling the wasteland. It's a death sentence. You either take it and die in some skirmish or refuse to get crucified for insubordination. Yeah, is that why Karina's ended up in Terran? They didn't see eye to eye. Paulos hoped that Karina's would come around, but he never did. They had a heated argument, and the next day Karina's was sent to Terran. Yeah, and then he's dead. What was the argument about? Is he dead? No, he was not dead. He killed. Yeah, he killed. I'm mixing up all my playthroughs. Anyway, what was the argument about? Karina's was tired of waiting, tired of sitting around. He thought that Paulos was doing nothing but surrounding himself with sycophants and building his own little dominion. What do you think? If you ask me, one lord is as bad as the next one, and the Imperial Guards' top brass is no exception. When I first got this post, I was depressed for a week. Then I thought about it and realized that I got the best post there is. It's nice and quiet as far away from all that shit. It's my own little paradise on Earth, even if it doesn't look like much. What about Carbo? Carbo is Paulos' lapdog. No man is more loyal to him and no man is better. He's earned his stripes. Legionnaires love him because despite his rank, he is one of them. He sleeps in the same tents, eats the same shit, and fights shoulder to shoulder with them. Some say that he's a soldier at heart, but I suspect that he's a killer at heart. He loves the thrill of a fight. Try to stay on his good side. Okay, let's travel to Caer-Tor then. Lord Galus' attempt to bolster his forces with Ordu tribesmen ends in failure. Word of his failed gambit spreads his political opponents, painting him as a warmonger and madman whose ambitions would have doomed the city, if not the ever-vigilant Imperial Guards. House Aurelian's support wanes against the nobility, as does its influence in the region. Sensing vulnerability, House Aurelian's enemies work tirelessly to stir discontent and rebellion throughout the city, forcing Galus to turn his attention to dealing with the eternal threat. Under the pretense of rooting out rebellion, the boatmen sweep through the city, purging nobles and influential commoners in the hundreds. Reluctantly, Lord Galus dons the mantle of tyrant, determined to keep Madaran at any cost. The routing of the Ordu of Harran's Pass prevents a major escalation in the struggle to control Madaran and secures the Imperial Guards as the best fighting force in the region. Stories of heroic last stand of a handful of warriors defeating an overwhelming force of fierce desert savages quickly escalate to the status of modern legend. The next month brings hundreds of new recruits eager to join the best fighting outfit, as well as an offer from Lord Meru. The guards are to provide operational security, while Meru's men poke about in the ruins, a detail which is bound to get Galus' attention. You put the god out of its misery, releasing it from the horror of... this is what happened at the bottom of the abyss. Releasing it from the horror of its existence and ending the magic that haunted the abyss for centuries. And it didn't even get a stupid tunic for that. You signed up. I didn't mind that too much, actually. You signed up to protect the local establishments from racketeering thugs. The thugs ended up dead, but it's unlikely that they acted on their own. Just like the thugs were Basil's problems, forcing him to seek a solution. Now you've become someone else's problem to be solved. You partnered up with Marcus Valla, a man of questionable methods and reputation, to recover a power armor, a fabled artifact of the olden days. You rescued a Ganazar preacher from an impending and rather unpleasant doom. Hopefully Meru would appreciate the gesture. You helped Milshades to get himself a title. Now Milshades is a lord and you're very capable enforcer. He's a very capable enforcer. Things are about to get interesting. Are they? Well, they've been pretty interesting so far, if I'm honest. Very, very interesting. I like that. I hope I'm still going to be able to go back to Madaran and do some quests there, because I think I left some behind, and I still haven't checked online to see where they were, because I think anyway. Rumors floating around painted Galus Aetius Paulos as a paranoid tyrant or a benevolent despot. Oh, dispo? I don't... But the man standing in front of you appears to be neither paranoid nor benevolent. He has an unmistakable aura of power and authority, as do all men who are accustomed to being obeyed without question. In his world, his word is law. The game was trying to get me messed up with those words right there. World and word. Yeah, I'm getting better. Approach and salute. "It is, soldier," says Paulos, studying you. "You've made quite a name for yourself. Killed Antidus and his guards in his own palace. Must have been one hell of a fight." It was. And the fight of the past. I wouldn't have believed it. Had Carbo not been there to witness it. You have a gift, Tertius. Some people are born to plow soil. Some people are born to kill. It's a rare trait. So, what do you think about Karina's actions? I don't approve of my officers disregarding their orders and the chain of command and doing what they think is right. I don't approve of emotional decisions either. Emotional? Terran's strategic value is 0. We gained nothing there, but forced Caelus to make a deal with the Ordu. Had we not stopped them, we'd have been in a very difficult situation right now. We, Vdweller acted fast, Bass held his own, Carbo marched day and night to stand with you. If you feel that you alone deserve the credit, you aren't the man I thought you were. Sure, what did you bring me here for? Lord Meru asked for our help. His men want to poke around in some ruins. You will provide operational security while they do it, before escorting them back to Ganazar. So, what does Meru want with the ruins? Why should we care? Well, you don't share Galus' concern about magic? I'm a soldier. I'm not afraid of tools of war. If it comes to it, we can burn Madaran to the ground using nothing but torches. It will take us longer, but we'll get the job done. It's men like us that Galus should be afraid of, not some dusty old gadgets. So, what outcome do you seek then? After the Empire fell, we were kept outside like a dog that guards the master's house, but he's never allowed in. At first, when there were 7 strong houses, we didn't have a choice. Now we do. Now it's Galus who doesn't have a choice. He simply doesn't know about it yet. I think a proper power-sharing deal is possible. Galus will rule, and we'll make sure that he rules unopposed, safe against all threats, internal or external. He would be a fool not to take it. But let's get him to the table first. Why me then? You're Karina's man. If the mission goes sideways, we can pin it on him. Mind you, I have full confidence in you, but it does pay to be prepared for the worst. Okay, well, it's not gonna go sideways, because otherwise I would die. How many men are you going to give me? Talk to Legatus Reynos about it. See if he can spare any men for his mission. And if he can't? Centurion, we're having this conversation because you seem to be a very capable man. I told the Legatus that I want him to take a look at you and see if you can be of any value to us. I'm confident that you can find a way to prove your worth to him. Think of it as a test. Another test? After everything I've done? Come on. Had you done nothing, you would have been crucified for joining a rogue commander and attacking a peaceful town. Fortunately for you, you've proven to be rather capable, or so people say. I'd like to see a demonstration of your abilities. Okay, well, can I kill this guy? Oh boy, we are Caer-Tor. Never been here before. It kind of does look a little bit like Terran, but a little bit more militarized. I don't know. Yeah, that's about the same. It's about the same as Terran. Where am I right now? I need to focus on me. There we are. Apparently the tab key is not working. Why is it not working? There's nothing here, is there? No, there's not gonna be nothing. So we got Reyna's over here. That's the guy that we want to talk to about the reinforcements and all that. I'm just checking everything because I'm not sure if the tab key is working. Is that the tab key? It's the alt key, Z key. No, Z zooms in, yeah. And I'd say this X zooms out. Yes, it does. I don't use those. I use the scroll wheel. Anyway, let's save the game here. Let's have a chat with Reyna's. What do you want, Centurion? Asks Reyna's with contempt, his square jaw tightening. I'm reporting for duty. I have no use for you. Well, even though Duke Paulos does? If you wanted me to take you under my command, he would have given me an order. He didn't, which tells me all I need to know. He doesn't trust a traitor any more than I do. Why you gotta be like that, man? I don't know which one. Did I say before? I think so. He has a job for me. I assume the job's important. Are you sure you want to be blamed if the mission fails because you refuse to support it? I don't think you're hearing me, son. Neither Karina's nor those who serve him are welcome here. Tell you what, if even 2 of my own Centurions accept a newly minted Centurion like you as their peer, I'll take your sorry ass and do my best to make a real soldier out of you. Yeah. Well, I think I saved the game right there. Let me just see. So, yeah, that's the save. Let's see. So let's talk to them. Let's talk to him and see if I can persuade him. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But he needs plausible deniability in case of mission goes south. And if I lead the team, he can blame it on Karina's. That's true. No, I don't think you're hearing me, son. Okay, so he's not gonna give me anything. I can't blame him. I can't blame him. I should be able to do the mission on my own, though. It's okay. How many poison do I have? 3. That's good. It's a good amount. That's a reasonably good amount. We got Carbo over here. Hey, man, how's it going? How is Karina's holding up? I wouldn't know. He sent me to Madaran shortly after he took over. Let's hope he knows what he's doing. I've always liked the man, but if Paulos tells me to put an end to it, I'll have no choice but to do that. So you don't disapprove of what Karina's has done? Why should I? He did what he should have done a long time ago instead of sitting and waiting for something. As a fighting man, I understand Karina's better than most. Sitting and waiting doesn't win wars. Fighting does. But Paulos says that now is not the time, so I guess we sit and wait some more, hoping that when the time does come, we aren't too old to fight. So you trust Paulos completely? I do. Paulos and I go way back. He was a Centurion when I first saw him. He gave me a chance and he's looked after me ever since then. He was more of a father to me than my old man, so let's just say I owe him. I don't question his decisions back then. I didn't question his decisions back then, and I won't question them now. I just wish he'd do something, that's all. So what do you do? That's an easy one. I'd attack House Aurelian. Hit them hard with everything we've got. When they crumble and fall, the rest is easy picking. Yeah, you know the stuff. You know the stuff. And when they crumble, not if. It's just a matter of time. On paper, it's a strong house with a strong army, but how many of their men are veterans who know what to do with the real fighting starts, when the real fighting starts? We rotate our legions, 2 months in Caer-Tor to rest and heal the wounds, and back to the wasteland they go. I dare say that one of our legions is worth 3 of theirs. That's a typo right there. And then what? Then we take the rest of the rest of the place and set things right. The rest of the world, I guess. No more lords, no more infighting. United for the first time since the Empire fell. We can start again and do it right this time. Yeah, but I have seen that game ending. I know exactly what happens. And yet Paulos hesitates. He's a cautious man, which isn't a bad quality, but he doesn't plan on sitting in Caer-Tor for the rest of his life. Trust me on that. Yeah, well, I tend to agree that Karina shouldn't really have gone against Terran. He overreached, I think, because on the other if basically it's all down to what we choose to do, who we choose to side with. If we side with the assassins or with the Commercium, you guys know what happens to Karina. So it's all because he wanted to go against Terran, against Lord Antidus. So yeah. So let's see. Commander Pharaoh. Maximus, I like your name. You see a short man wearing a simple tunic, in contrast to the legionaries stomping around everywhere. He looks soft and mild. May I help you? He asks, smiling awkwardly. He's plainly not used to social visits. Who are you? I'm Maximus Septimus Helva. I have charge of the annals, records, and accounts of the Imperial Guard. The annals? Our history. Where we come from, how much we've endured and overcome, it's all there. He gestures at the tomes and scrolls around you. To let the past lapse into dust is to lose everything, for without past, there is no future. Yeah, no mercenary has much of a future. You either end up scrambling around on all fours trying to stuff You are liver back in its hole, or you live to become a broken down beggar waiting for a copper coin, but half the time settling for a young woman's spit. I know which I prefer. As you wish. Maximum folds his arms in his sleeves. He's clearly not the debating kind of scholar. So how did it all start? As the sun rises from deepest night, the brightest hope may be spawned from the darkness. Our earliest accounts say that the bulk of the Imperial army perished in the battle for the capital. Our history begins when the survivors made their way to Madaran, but were denied entry. Having seized the city by force and fearing that the army would side with the House Kalani, House Aurelian sealed soldiers outside the walls. The lord of the house cited an old law barring the army from entering the capital city and claimed Madaran as the new capital of the empire. He claimed that the old ways must be upheld no matter the cost, hiding behind dusty laws and traditions. Doesn't your world existence revolve around dusty laws and traditions? If you aren't interested in the annals, I assure you I can find something else to occupy my time. Yeah, what happened next? When House Aurelian closed the gates, fewer than 2,000 men were camped outside the walls. A few weeks later, there were more than 7,000, and while many were wounded or dying, their numbers burgeoned every day. Although one would naturally expect 2 legions of armed men to sit quietly and starve to death, in this case the situation deteriorated rapidly. Oh, it's worse than that? Huh. The regiment known as the Boatmen of Styx left first, all in a group. Other cohorts formed improvised companies and took to raiding. What started with theft and harassment, hitting merchants for food and supplies, quickly grew into attacks on every settlement and caravan within 3 days' march. That's when the noble houses made a deal with Legatus Caius Damianus. Some say that Damianus himself orchestrated the crisis to force House Aurelian's hand. In the absence of documents supporting these allegations, I choose to believe this was a rare example of noble houses making a wise decision. Treating with the army was the best course for everyone. Acting on behalf of the Imperial army, Legatus Damianus signed a charter which, with the several noble houses, officially granting the army a special status in exchange for the army recognizing the houses' rights and privileges, and swearing to uphold peace and security. When the dust settled, Damianus was dukes. The houses was also agreed to supply the newly reformed army with provisions and stores, and to absorb the cost of military campaigns against threats both near and far. In essence, the house paid us off in order to keep us away from their domains. And lived happily ever after? In a matter of speaking. Of course, some conflicts were unavoidable, but it is wise to remember that the alternative would have been an all-out war. That's true. So what happened to the other 4 houses? Let's see. In here, 4271, House Talgazar seized the domain of House Maracas by force and put its lords to the sword. 12 years later, Talgazar's army, so that's the house that seized, was caught by surprise and routed by Sidonia's and Daratan forces, leaving Talgazar's domain defenseless. House Talgazar appealed to the Imperial Army for the Imperial Guard for protection, starting a lengthy debate on the charter's provisions and amendments, during which House Sidonia's razed the city to the ground and brought the last lord of Talgazar to Madaran in chains to participate in the debate. He was blinded and castrated, but allowed to live the rest of his life in captivity, and was well cared for by all accounts. And the other 2? House Sidonius was decimated by the Great Plague at 4358 and lost its last remaining holding to House Al-Mansur, which held the biggest territory until the year 4417, when Lord Berhalzi was assassinated and his house torn apart during the succession wars. It officially ceased to exist after the fall of Asmara a few years ago, when the last living lord of that once noble house was drawn and quartered at the age of 12. Yeah, so what happened in Sipur? If you excuse me, says the analyst, I have much to do, but very little time. Oh. What's up with House Sipur? Why didn't he say anything about House Sipur? He should have. Oh, by the way, I saw something here. Oh, I didn't see anything there. Okay. Okay, well, we got to know a little bit more of the history of the houses. Let's have a chat here with Pharaoh. Tertius, the hero of Haren's Pass. I thought you'd be taller, smiles the Centurion. What brings you to our sleepy village? Rhaenus is giving me a hard time on account of Karina's. He can't make up his mind, so he sent me to gather support amongst his officers. Rhaenus takes things too seriously sometimes, but he's a good legatus, and that's what counts. Still, you don't have to worry about my vote. You're proving yourself at the pass and then some. Thank you. Oh, That's nice. My vote? To become what? To become a centurion? I'm a centurion already. I don't need their approval. I will kill everyone. Not everyone, but... well, we'll see. We didn't heal, though. That's kind of nasty. Just look around, see if there's anything here. I really don't know what's up with the alt key. No idea. Yeah, apparently there's no interactable objects around, so as soon as I found one, I will press it and see. Let's look around a little bit. See... Oh. Man, this place. It is big. It's a big place. A lot of barracks around. Look at this. There's people around here. Slaves? Or workers? I guess they would be soldiers, probably. Or maybe slaves, I don't know. Can I chat with them or something? Are they gonna... What are they doing? Are they rebuilding the wall? I think so. Oh, no. I can't talk to anybody here. No, that's not something. Is that a well there? Nope. That's a well, but I can't really interact with it. We got... Oh... Centurion Diocletus. What the hell kind of name is that? D? You must be Tertius, one of Karina's own. I assume it's not a social call and you need something from me. What is it? Yeah, Rhaenus is giving me a hard time on account of Karina's. We can't make up his mind. He can't make up his mind, so he sent me to gather support amongst his officers. I'll be more than happy to back you up. That is, if you do me a small favor first. What do you need? 5 pounds of blue steel. Oh, no, 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 no way. Unless you tell me what it is, man. I have 4, but I'm not giving you blue steel. That's for sure. 5 pounds of blue steel. Our quartermaster, a man of legendary stinginess, refuses to sell it to me for anyone else. But you're a different story, my friend. Dux Paulos himself, in his infinite wisdom, has blessed you with his attention. If I were you, I'd impart that point on the quartermaster. Okay, I'll go get your steel then, I guess. The quartermaster. Where the hell is he? I knew the one on the pass, but not here. Just keep looking around, though, because we never know. Oh, there's quartermaster. He's got himself a nice forge there. Is anybody here around that wants to talk to me or something? No? Okay, it's all cool. I like this thing here. Pretty cool. What are they doing? They're repairing that tower. It's kind of a weird tower, actually. Why is it slanted? Were they slanted back then? I don't know. Anyway, let's talk to the quartermaster here, see if he's gonna impair with some blue steel. Is that the word? I don't know. The local quartermaster is an angry-looking man with crippled leg, probably one of the reassigned soldiers. His face twitches when he sees you, and he hobbles towards you, cursing you and your horde of a mother. I've got nothing for you! Will there be anything fucking else? Not very friendly, are you? Friendly? Asks the quartermaster, if struggling to understand what he could possibly mean by that. I swear, if this is a fucking joke. Yeah, I need some blue steel. And you expect me to give a fuck? Well, I can pay. No, I can't, but yeah. Well, it ain't a fucking store, son. Everything is for sale. People who claim otherwise are simply waiting for a better offer. Really? Asks the quartermaster, raising a scar-crossed eyebrow. Alright, $2.50 a pound then. That is too much. No. I have 5 pounds to set aside for a special occasion, but what's more special than a fool willing to pay double? So, what's it gonna be? Well, blue steel is good for Alagadas or ducks, but you have an army to maintain. When the legions return from rotation, a few pounds of blue steel will be next to useless. Steel, on the other hand, let me worry about that. So are you going to buy the ingots or not? Yeah, forget about it. Can I ask him again? No, cannot ask him again. Can I go back? I'm probably gonna load the game then, because I don't want to forfeit that quest. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that one around. Just gonna load the game there. I'm gonna keep that quest around. Where am I right now? Okay, here. That's a good thing. Keep that quest around, and maybe later when I have the money. So that's 5. That's 1,250. It's a shame that we didn't get to loot the Ordo. Maybe if we go back there, we're gonna be able to. I don't know. We need the money. We definitely need the money. Oh man, so expensive to buy everything. Oh man. What do you have here? Some horses? Nope. Okay. Is this the main gate? Kinda looks like the main gate. Man, these guys they build stuff like they're pros or something. They probably are. They probably are. The Roman army was notoriously good for their engineers. It's one of the 3 branches of the army back then. Got a centurion here. Apparently, one of the centurions is demonstrating his defensive techniques to a small group of soldiers. Can I join you? Remember, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a sword. Ready? Centurion drills you for an hour, improving your combat reflexes. And we have increased training in block and dodge. Nice. I wonder how long that's gonna last for. Actually, let's look at our training. So I got spear. Where? Oh, it's this. This is different now. Is it different? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. So we got here. We got training 14. What about our dodge? Stat bonus training 19. That's pretty cool. 24 for block. That's amazing. That is really, really good. Oh, look at our skill points. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. I will be able to bring... Oh, I'll be able to spend my skill points on alchemy. I will be able to spend it where I want. So many skill points. Okay, we have gotten to that point in the game. What about this one? One of the Centurions is demonstrating his close combat techniques to a small group of soldiers. Melee, can you give me some pointers? Grab the training sword. Centurion drills you for an hour, improving your melee skills. Amazing. That is really nice. That's basically like half a skill point doing that. I was pressing the wrong keys. So that means that this training is now 19, whereas it was 14 before. And now the rating. The rating is really what matters. It's not really the level. Yeah, that's really good. That is really good. Ah, man, the game is getting better and better. I mean, it was already pretty awesome before, but now that I'm having all the nice things happen to me, I mean, there's also bad things happening to me. I guess there's a way to do them properly. Just it's my first time, and even though I have help from Glabgad and all you guys down in the comment section and all that, and for that I'm eternally grateful. But oh, there's another Centurion here. It's ranged. I don't want ranged. Do I? Small group of soldiers. So ranged, yeah. Oh, I don't work with beginners, kid. Okay, that's good for you, man. It's good for you. Okay, that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Anyway, so where are we going next? Ooh, we got a healer here. Are you gonna be able to heal me for free, hopefully? There's nothing is for free in this game. You see an old gray-haired man with watery and nearly colorless eyes. Need some stitching or bone setting? Come closer. I can barely see you from here. How much do you charge? Charge? Says the old man, looking surprised. We don't charge for anything around here. That's the beauty of this life, ain't it? So what do you mean? Stop your jesting, snaps the old man. You know damn well what I mean. When you sign up, you trade in your worry and your uncertain future for a sword and shiny armor and everything else that comes with it. From that point on, you never go hungry again, nor will you need to for anything, including direction. You'll be well fed, looked after, and told what to do. I joined when I was a young lad, working on my father's farm along with my brothers. Now that's a hard life, full of uncertainties. I signed up with the guards, and first chance I got, and never looked back. My brothers are long dead, the farm's gone, but I'm still around. It's good for you, man. It's good for you. How did you become a healer, though? A natural appetite, you might say. Aptitude, not appetite. That'd be nasty. Every soldier knows how to clean and stitch a wound after a battle, but me, I've always had a special knack for it. Before you know it, everyone was coming to see me to stitch their sorry hides. I always did it nice and clean. Knew which herbs to use too. Soon the Legatus, may he rest in peace now, came to see me work and told me that from that point on, my job was to stitch and mend. Traded the sword for a needle, you might say. I have to admit, this camp isn't what I expected. Too dull and quiet for you? The men come here to rest after months of fighting. Of course, many would prefer a proper drinking house, come to think about it. A warehouse wouldn't hurt either. My best days might be behind me now, but I would please the eyes, that's for damn sure. Paulos wouldn't want to hear none of it, though, so the point is moot. It's all about discipline, so no drinking, no whoring, no gambling. And everyone likes him still? Of course they do, grins the old man. Paulos ain't a man to ask twice. Everyone listens to him, that's what I asked. Paulos ain't a man to ask twice. It took a decimation to get this point across, but nobody's drinking now. Not here, at least. I know what a decimation is. Decimation, knows the old man. You know, draw lots, kill every 10th man. Do they have a different name for it where you come from? Tell me about it. The old man looks at you again to make sure you're serious, then shrugs. Suppose you give an order and your men refuse to do it. What are you gonna do? Give them a talking to? Chain them? Kill them all? No. You split them into groups of 10 and let them draw lots. The poor bastard who draws the lucky one is killed, and his brethren are the ones who have to do the killing. If an entire cohort fucks up, it might take a while as that's what 50 people to kill. Well, if that's what you lose, only 10% of your soldiers, but the rest will do whatever it takes to avoid drawing lots again and butchering their own. Or dying, probably. Do you know Karina's? I did, back when he was a centurion. He always had a problem doing what he was told, but yeah, he was a good soldier, so they always let it slide and look at the result. To tell you the truth, I knew he was going to be trouble when Paulos sent him to Terran, but it wasn't my place to say anything. What makes you think that? Well, if you want your orders followed, why would you send someone who has a problem following orders? Huh, maybe he didn't want his orders followed. I don't know. Anyway, can you fix me up now? When it comes to healing, the old man sticks in with 3 basic techniques: cutting, burning, and stitching. Clearly, what was good for the cave's man is good enough for him. Occasionally, he spits out something what looks like chewing tobacco and shoves it in the wound, saying that a bit of herb will do the body good. In the end, he manages to stop the bleeding without causing any permanent damage or disfigurement and patch up your wounds. If you didn't know any better, you'd think you're as good as new. Am I not? I think I am. I am as good as new. That's good. That's really good. And we're about out of time for the day. Man, this place is nice. This place is really cool. We got a free healer and all. That's amazing. That's really, really good. Anyway, we got a lot of fighting to do. We got a lot of things to see yet. This game is gonna go on forever. Man. So much stuff to do. I'm loving it though. And I hope you guys are as well. But for now, I'm Colonel and this has been, of course, the Age of Decadence. I really, really hope you've enjoyed this one, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.